Well, friends, this is the last time. Well, friends, if you are seeing this, it's probably because we bought a new RV. Sooner than you expected? Yeah, us too. Right now in real life, in real time, we're not 100% certain what we're doing today, but a friend of mine went to the Hershey show, which we really wish we could have went to the Hershey show, especially knowing that they had
the RV that we're looking for.
Yeah, which is the new Salem 29 View. It's a new floor plan. It just came out. I imagine that we're probably the first people on YouTube to own one, but by the time this comes out, who knows, maybe someone else will have. If you're looking for more details on the floor plan, we will share that with you. But anyhow, the Hershey show, which we didn't get to go to, my friend brought home some pictures of it and told us it was there, and the pricing at the show and things of that nature, and Keystone RV Mega Center here in Greencastle, which we're getting pretty close to currently. We're going to see the rig that they had at the show. It's a sold unit. Someone at the show bought it. They have more coming in, and they are willing to honor the show price for us, because I called a few days ago and asked them this. And so that's kind of the thing, is we're going to look at the floor plan in real life, see if we like it, and make a decision. What do you think the decision is going to be?
I'm thinking we're probably going to get it, but like I was talking to someone earlier today, and I said, you know, as long as there's nothing super crazy about it, like in person. See, we've done a lot of studying on this and a lot of research and a lot of video watching and picture looking, and it looks like the perfect RV for us. There's no such thing as a perfect RV. I get it. But this looks like the perfect RV for us and for our needs. So
we've toured a lot of rigs, friends. We've been to lots of shows over the years. All right, well, what we do?
We tentatively bought a camper. So what do we want?
Yes, the one from the Hershey show that we just toured was sold. I'll show you a picture of Rachel inside it, but don't worry, we're going to give you a full tour of the rig, our rig, here in just a few minutes of this episode. The good thing is, you guys only have to wait like a minute or two to see this. For us, it's going to be like a month, because this is September what?
It's September 19th right now.
Yeah, and we're probably going to be picking it up sometime in October, because we're taking our current rig, the Wildwood, up to New Hampshire on this coming Friday, and then we have Blackwater Falls coming up, which you guys have already seen all that stuff. The plan then will be to take the new rig out sometime in November, assuming the weather holds up and all that. But yeah, so the rig, we'll just show you when ours comes in. So fast forward to mid-October. Well, friends, we are hitched up to the old Wildwood for the last time. Rachel, where are we going?
We're going to Keystone RV Center. Isn't that its name? Keystone RV Center?
RV Mega Center.
Keystone RV Mega Center in Greencastle, PA.
We're not sponsored, but that's where we're buying our new 2024 Salem 29 View. So we're pretty stoked about it. We've been preparing for this for weeks now. We've got all the good stuff. We got a new weight distribution hitch in the back of the truck, so that'll be next week's episode. And we got batteries for the new Salem View. That'll be an upcoming episode. And so look forward to all kinds of technical stuff as it relates to getting a new rig. But Rachel, what are your thoughts on everything?
I'm excited that this transition is finally taking place. Like Ryan said, I think it's been more than a couple weeks that we've been preparing. We've kind of been mentally preparing for this, at least I have, all season long. Like, I've just been thinking, you know, what is it going to look like for us next year, and a different floor plan and a different rig. What kind of opportunities are we going to get to experience now with something a little bit different? So it's been a little bit bittersweet to unpack the Wildwood back there. Also kind of freeing, because I did not know how much stuff was just piling up in there, but we've got her cleaned out and look forward to moving into the new one.
Yeah, the last straw for me was the trip to the beach in, was it June? We were there?
Yeah.
And then getting my back sliced open by the door, that was really the nail in the coffin for me for the Wildwood. At that point, I was just ready to trade it in. So this one should have a lot less deficiencies, but with everything there is a trade-off, and so, you know, over the course of the next, you know, year's worth of vlogs, I'm sure we'll tell you what those trade-offs are, and you know, is it good, is it bad, what's good, what's bad, all that stuff. Because there's no perfect RV, and we're very well aware of that.
Yeah, there's no perfect RV, but I'm excited to see what this one can do for us as a family. So we visited Keystone a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago now, to tour one that was already sold. It's going to be an entirely different feeling, I think, to get to walk through ours. So that's what I'm most looking forward to.
Yep, so we'll catch up with you at Keystone RV Mega Center and show you the new rig. We're doing the walkthrough and all that stuff, and you know, so who knows what we'll be able to film or not. But yeah, I'd like to give you guys a quick tour, at least, of the new rig. And we're trying to get one more camping trip in this year so that we can give you kind of a tour of it in use, because I think that'll be much more valuable to everybody. So, all right, let's go get the new rig. Alright, so friends, there's an incredible amount of stuff going on here, but here's a little sneak peek of the new rig. This is Salem View by Forest River. Obviously, we liked our Forest River product that we had enough to get another one. Let's see here. You can see the old 29 view. Sticker's a little busted up, but that's fine. We know what it is. We don't need a sticker. Rachel is back here in our very new Versatilt bed. What do you think of the Versatilt king size bed?
Okay, jury was totally out on this. I thought, oh, that's so stupid. But now that I'm like in here waiting for them to finish all the stuff that they're doing out here, and I can sit and read, you know, my book, I'm like, oh, this is all right.
Yeah, it's a pretty good deal, ain't it?
All right. I can get used to it.
You like the king size? She can be a little bit farther away from me, and we're going to kick the dogs totally out of this room.
Well, yeah, so
there's a door, so the dogs will not be here with us.
So I don't know that I noticed that much of a difference in the size of the bed. Like, it doesn't feel like that much bigger. I think it'll feel a lot bigger when the dogs aren't in it.
And check out the window over here. Right now, all you can see is somebody else's RV, so it's kind of like being at a KOA where you're parked right next to each other. But then we also have a big window on here, so we can get a nice cross breeze in here in the bedroom.
We'll take you into this a little bit deeper when we actually get to show you the whole thing, but like our rig is definitely different than the videos we've seen and the last one we were in, because the last one we were in was, again, just like a prototype that they had at shows. So this one is, they've definitely made tweaks, and for the most part I love them. Yeah,
we don't have any hate towards this situation.
I love all of the things they tweaked because they made them better. Like, definitely better tweaks.
As you can see here, though, when we're going to be traveling with this thing, the slide in, you can't access your kitchen or your refrigerator, and that kind of does suck. That's probably the only drawback to this situation, is when the slide's in, you got no access. Like at the house and stuff, we should be able to have the slide out, no big deal. You can obviously get to the master where I was just at, and now you can get to your bathroom. So, toilet right there. I mean, that's very important that you can get to that. We got, you know, a nice sink over here, and the shower in this one, it actually has like plastic shower walls, and it's nice. We don't have to worry about water getting places water ain't supposed to. So we will probably have to upgrade the shower head and the faucet, and you know, just some little stuff that you got to do when you get a new rig. Battery situation, they're working on that now, so it's pre-upgraded before we get it, and trying to do as much as we can right off the bat, because we've learned our lessons with the other one. The big draw here for this is windows everywhere, and then of course, like I said, our plan is to camp in 2 weeks. And when we camp in 2 weeks and start filling the cupboards up with things, we're going to show you the slide out and everything we can show you. While we're back outside here, let me show you. The awning starts way back there, and it goes the whole way to here. And the door, it does not conflict with the awning whatsoever. Nor is it anywhere near my front stabilizer jack. So the PTSD from that situation in Virginia won't happen. You might have seen in the time lapse setting up the rig, I bumped into the door and ripped open my back, so now I have a big gash in my back and it's bleeding through my shirt, so I got that going for me. So you got lots of space on your campsite, and of course you got all these big windows over here so you can see what's going on from everywhere. It's gonna be sweet. Friends, I think I mentioned to you guys in the other video I was gonna miss my outdoor kitchen. This is what we got, a new one. Ooh, and that. Pretty soon here you're going to have to get out or you're going to be going for a ride. Oh. They have to take it back and put the tire pressure sensors in.
Okay.
But I did find a flaw. Will you come see?
Oh, I heard you opened up the outdoor kitchen and bang.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll have to be super careful.
Well, it sucks because like certain campsites, if you're going to be low on the campsite, that door ain't going to open.
It'll open, it just won't open the way it's supposed to.
Yeah, it's a flaw.
Yeah.
It's not a fatal flaw, but it is a flaw. We'll catch up with you, friends, with the rest of the install of stuff. Guys doing the batteries, and we're going to be doing the hitch and stuff, and we'll keep you posted on how this process goes. You can expect for this to take some time when you're picking up a new camper. I mean, they go through everything with you. This one, nothing pretty much is wrong with the inside.
Yeah.
Or even the outside, so we got lucky with that. They don't really have to fix anything. It's a big plus. I've heard horror stories if you get in and things don't work and this, that, and the other thing. Alright, so as you can see here, we're at 40 and probably 3/4. So, I mean, we got a lot of weight distributed. We're almost back to where we started, which is pretty good considering there's going to be more weight in the front pass-through when we actually go camping, more weight in the truck. We're traveling unloaded as it is. So that's where we're at. And you can see we're long, obviously, but if you look at the truck and you look at the trailer and everything's pretty level to the surface of the ground. So I'm pretty confident in this setup. And so we'll catch up with you back at the house. Well, we have made it home with the Salem and all is well. And now this pile of junk, minus the dog crates because those go in the truck when we're traveling. But all this stuff in these totes right here, this is all stuff from the old camper. So now our objective is to sort through this, which we've mostly done already, figure out what we need, what we use and what we don't use regularly while we're camping. Get rid of the stuff that we don't need because carrying around extra weight is just not necessary. Plus, I should tell you, this camper only has like 1,500 pounds of payload compared to the 3,000 pounds that we had before. So we need to go on a Weight Watchers program and really cut back on things because we can only have 1,500 pounds in the camper. Now, do I think we had more than that before? Probably not. But we kind of had unlimited payload before. It wasn't something I really thought about. We are going to do some thinking. And I'm cutting back on a few things that we don't use very often. Oh, and this mattress here, this was the foam topper we had on our queen bed before in the rig. We're going to try to cut that in half and use it for the kids' bunks. And then we're going to get something else for the king-size bed in the new one. That's kind of where things are at. We're going to start trying to get things organized and get the camper in the garage, hopefully if it fits. And, well, it's going to fit one way or another. But we got to get it in here and kind of get life back to being orderly. So that's our goal for today. And you can see the camper out in the yard here. It does take up quite a bit of real estate. But that white and blue Salem looks great behind that blue truck. So I'm pretty stoked about the whole deal. As far as like bringing it home and stuff, when you look behind you, you can definitely tell a difference in the height of the rig. The length didn't seem like it bothered me too much or anything like that, but definitely I could tell I was towing something tall behind me. All right, well, my friends, we have gotten everything successfully inside our new camper, and as an added bonus, the new camper fits in the garage, although just barely, as you can see here. The trailer tongue here is literally got like an inch between it and where the garage door will shut, and the back bumper is about that close back there. So 35 feet fits in the garage, and it's really not meant to be outside 24/7, 365 days a year in the elements. And actually that's why we got so much money back for our old one, is because it was garage kept. So that was an important thing to us. And actually putting it in the garage like this is the only way to turn it around on our property. There's no other way to do it. So it works out pretty perfectly that it fits in here. Friends, next week's episode is going to be us installing the weight distribution hitch, which we did at the dealership. Obviously we had to do that to get it home. And then the dealership, they installed the batteries that's on it. Although there's a catch to that. So that'll be in the following week's episode. And then after that, we're headed out in it for our first journey over to Black Moshannon State Park here in Pennsylvania. So lots to come. We will see you next week. It's funny. I used to know where everything was all the time, or at least where I last put it. Now I have no idea where anything's at. It's a learning experience. But it's kind of fun to relearn how to do things, I guess.